why would you practice gratitude?
Yeah.
Gratitude gives you so much bang for your buck. When you intentionally focus on what's going right, as opposed to what's going wrong in your life, you are changing the channel basically in your
Yeah.
brain. That negativity bias that you mentioned, it's our brains are hardwired to scan the environment for threat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And back in Paleolithic days, I'm saying Paleolithic, caveman days,
Yes.
whichever era that was,
Yes.
that's what kept us alive, right? Being able
Mm-hmm.
to tune in to the dangers. Well, our brain anatomy hasn't really kept up with our evolution as a society. We're not exposed to those kind of threats, but our
Mm-hmm.
bodies still react that way. The negativity bias, the way it acts on us is we sense, we look, actively search all the time for danger. When we spot the slightest threat, we kick into fight, flight, or freeze,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
You might have heard this term, amygdala hijack,
Yep.
and that's what happens. Our limbic system gets hijacked and we go into protection mode. Our body dumps all of these stress hormones into itself. We shut down certain systems so that we can survive, go into
Yep.
survival mode. We sweat, all of those things that you feel. And these are things, if you think about it, when someone cuts you off in traffic,
Yep.
right? And
Yep.
someone has crossed into your lane and you had to tap on the brakes. You really weren't at much of a risk of hitting them,
Yep.
but that grabbing the steering wheel, that feeling in the pit of your stomach, maybe your leg hops a little bit, all of those reactions that come from that stress hormone dump that your
Mm-hmm.
brain just initiated by seeing this as a deadly threat.
Right.
And those things happen to us in all kinds of different settings. It's not just traffic. Think about how easily we can be triggered into an anger response,
Yeah.
how quickly we feel trespassed.
Yeah. I'm imagining speaking up in a meeting and having even just a look come your way.
Right. That's
Um,
right.
I mean, now we have coughing and doorknobs and toilet paper, all new threats in the environment that we're tuning into, right? There's
Right.
prevalence of threat. Yes.
Yeah. And those threats are real these
Yeah.
days. So
Yeah.
it has come around. There are real threats that we need to be aware of. But that reinforces this neural pathway for us to go down and go into that fight, flight, or freeze mode.
Yeah.
Our bodies just weren't built to sustain that over time. And there are some really negative health consequences of being in that mode,
Yeah.
one of those three response styles.
Absolutely.